what is going on? I'm Arctic Tough, and I'd like to play Madden. So tonight, what we're gonna do is go through, I think maybe 1 or 2 weeks in my connected franchise. I play as the Cardinals. As you can see, we are not doing well at all. So these it's been a rough season so far. We've been trying to find our identity on defense, and trying to be able to stop the run. Not having a problem offensively. It's defense, it's stopping the run. So let's get into actually get into the right screen there. Sorry, it's been a while since I streamed. So what I want to really do today is get the first week in right now. So I'm really nervous. I don't really play mobile quarterbacks all that well.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. On that heavy shelf you hung yesterday. Enough anchors. Wait, you didn't use any anchors? Now you've got an open floor plan.
There we go.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Ravens and the Cards on EA Sports.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson.
All right, we're gonna try to contain him. That's the goal today.
And the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle.
The receivers are quick. Try to stay over top, but I'm gonna keep as many as I can in the box at all times.
He had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
There we go. I moved Isaiah to the weak side, or right outside the linebacker, to be my speed brusher on to speed off the edge.
Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in J.K.
right.
Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. Throwing is Jackson.
There it is.
This is taken in
Whoops.
one-handed.
My
What a
bad.
catch. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt. And
All
the
right.
Last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21.
I just signed this dude, hoping he was going to be a little bit more electric than that.
The Cards will take over,
You know,
1st and 10.
but not.
So
He
out
wasn't.
comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the
Ooh,
first carry
good
for
D.
Chase Edmonds. And
D.
he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, check Mike, 6, Mike 6. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Here's Murray.
Oh, I threw it late. Oh, that should have been intercepted.
Here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Flush to his right. He finds his man, complete. It's Harper.
There we go. That was nice. That was really nice.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Way better. Oh, no.
They'll run on 1st down, Edmonds. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of it
Trying to
early.
On the carry, it's Edmonds.
get them off.
And he's
Want them to
gonna get
keep
this
coming
down
in
near the 30-yard line.
to when they got a press coverage all around.
First down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Good
And he
D.
sneaks his way
Got that
forward
contained.
only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw.
I was too late on it.
Lost the football, but I think a Cardinal was able to gain possession, yes, so they will hold on to the ball.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Hey, 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son.
Oh.
You gonna see me in your...
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Christian Kirk. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
Hell yeah.
Cardinals have taken the early lead. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray.
That's what I'm talking about. That was pretty awesome.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense, because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And all I was trying to do there was attack that safety. Run 2 routes at him. It's kind of you gotta pick one or the other. It's also done. You gotta have a cover 2 look.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13.
And you got to make sure that corner isn't bouncing down. So that's why you got to leave that smoke. And I'm gonna wait.
Over here for their second possession.
No. That's why you got to wait for that smoke. You got to put that smoke route out. So you hot route, you're attacking the strong safety with the cover 2 look. So it's essentially attacking quarters / cover 2 / cover 6, cover 3. This is, it's not an all beater, because if good corners will stop, will fall back. But see how it's this corner crashes. You know what fucking coverage that is. But he got dropped in coverage, but no way that safety can come down. Wow. Cover 6 maybe.
The game. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team.
There you go.
Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
All right, we're coming for it here.
They go play action now. Jackson.
Oh, it got me.
Dobbins out of the backfield, powering forward. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Let's watch it.
Catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen, and they did right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Jackson taps his forward.
Where are you going?
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. And between the last two plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice
Come on. All right, thank you.
Maybe a couple down inside the 45 and the 34.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I hate when I do that shit.
Passing game getting in sync, another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he's got it. And the Ravens are going to be set up.
Yeah, I knew that was one of the.
that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I wasn't expecting a pass play. I really wasn't.
Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
Wow.
And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Harper made a good catch, but definitely.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Stupid.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown.
Really stupid difficult.
So be it, but the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
We got 4. We got 4. 40's Mike. Man, that's trash. Let's go.
Murray now. Throwing for his
Get in there.
And he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Yeah.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
We're good.
Now a give right side. Beverly. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Should keep.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because
I wanna see
diagnosis
how
is
the-
perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Don't get nervous. Hey, go on, Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket. The catch made by DeAndre.
All right, awkward throw.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
Really tempting me right now. So
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Watch twist.
To throw, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 7 in the lead.
let's go.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the Cardinals cap it with a touchdown. McCann's got it teed up.
He kicked this one intentionally short, but really high because it got some speedsters over here.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
There we go.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm really hesitant to bring
set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo
sub
their efforts in
package
the
in.
last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tackle.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, JJ.
When you score points, it's a whole lot better view
And a one.
than when
Let's
you're
go.
trying to figure out how to fix things out.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our
All right.
score. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Come on,
Throws to
Hitchens.
the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass.
Try to confuse him here with the spy.
He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds.
And that's what we want to do. We just want to, you know, protect our shot from shots and keep everything ahead of us.
In that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up.
My next game is supposed to be against a user, and feeling really confident right now. Obviously, it's 14-7. I should be feeling confident, but I feel like I have a pretty solid game plan that I want to take into or bring here because he's going to be playing.
They lost 2
And we'll be
straight coming
here.
in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and
Let's
the football.
focus on Baltimore.
On 1st down, Beverly, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Make that long throw.
From the 30
There.
on 2nd down, Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll go
Let's go.
near midfield at the 49. 70th catch for him on the year. Like so many others, this goes for a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just
And-
about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Okay, I'm not a fan of any routes that just, turn around defensive backs, mainly because I was a defensive back. But the comeback route is so difficult because to sell it, you're selling it like it's a deep route before you
why
come
he
back
continues to get
towards
targets.
either the line of scrimmage or the sideline. And boy, that one worked to perfection.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there,
What do I
forcing a
do?
loss on that play.
Lose momentum.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Murray. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold
I'm
on
going
to.
to go up 2
Well, he
possessions.
certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending
Especially
the play,
against
hoping
a
someone
good team.
would come
Keep the
open
momentum
downfield,
going.
but they never did.
Yeah, my kicker has been wildly inconsistent. This gives me an opportunity to give him, build his confidence.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. When you're
All my
open,
like really big losses have come
you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
weird. They've all come in weird situations. So
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
I did get swept by San Francisco.
A good one as he's tackled at the 15.
They are legit.
Here comes
So are the
Raven
Rams.
offense now ready for another possession. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start with the option.
There you go.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
I hope they want to start getting back into this game.
That's what I'm talking
to get
about.
better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Jackson gonna run again. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
home.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Now that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did.
Oh no,
Then they looked
we're
up and
bringing
realized
it.
he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
They'll try to run for it with
Come on.
Dobbins. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Good effort.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. To throw is Jackson. There, it's Wallace complete.
I was so right too.
One tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
I stopped him. All
That was
right.
a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 4 yards
There we go.
that time, and now it's 4th down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
I want to try to, keep momentum. I don't want them to get like hyped for a stop. Try to get a little bit of it back.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fill him on the field.
Now, if I get stopped, I can feel comfortable that my punter can pin that deep.
Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause, to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the...
Edmonds has it knocked loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players, knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
All right.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And this is caught by Watkins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I'm over here thinking I'm getting ready to go up to
right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
to full
that means it's a sudden change
touchdown at
situation. We used
least.
to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy is made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that's been why did I pick onside? That's been his season in a nutshell. We jump out large and then
in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
just lose it. We can't get it back.
Time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
It should be a big play.
No. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
I'm just let this run out.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
All right, so we're gonna try it here. Get my camera back right. Sorry. I'm a klutz.
7-yard line.
Forty's the mark. Squeeze. Check tight, check tight. Check tight.
Now Murray off play action. Steps away. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Throwing quickly, this is caught by Kirk. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
That is
He was unable to
defense.
shoot free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
First down,
Play
or
action. Now it's
negative
Murray.
play, or
Out to
positive
his
play.
left.
No turnovers.
Snapped loose, fumble, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Why did he?
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Let's be frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior
He's-
to that, I liked a lot of what was
just
going
tapped
on.
the button.
Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
Step out.
yeah, either get down or get out of
So
bounds.
ridiculous.
Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Now Jackson, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. Jackson. That's for Bateman, and it's intercepted.
There we go.
Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's
That
really
kid.
knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
How did he get in the game?
Points, no matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember
That's
when
awesome.
they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
That's so awesome. I'm gonna go the half.
For one final kneel down before
Up.
they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As now we send you out.
You know,
Back up with Jonathan Coachman
it's
for our
pretty,
EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over.
I feel pretty good about the half. I don't feel.
We'll start our tour out in the city
I mean,
of
minus
Los Angeles.
the problems that
And
we
it's the
had.
Bengals who are out in front. A couple of touchdown passes there.
We need to clean
for
up
Joe
some
Burrow.
things.
From there,
On
we head to
offense, on
Minneapolis.
defense, we
Check
just
on
need
the
to be more
Vikings at
consistent
home at
tackling.
US Bank Stadium.
I think we'll be
And
better
they
that
were
way.
winners in
And
that one
not better.
over the
I
visiting
think
Carolina
I know.
Panthers. Kirk Cousins,
Common knowledge
4
is
touchdown
tackle.
passes
Like their
in the
better
victory.
defense.
Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going
gonna
on
try
with the
to,
Cleveland Browns. And they were winners
keep it on the
in that
ground
one
more.
over the visiting Miami Dolphins.
So
An abbreviated halftime
let's get
show as we
into,
rolling to quarter 3.
want to run inside. And then scramble.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this?
Really
But it's
important.
usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it
you
up for
score.
other people to have big games as well.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want us to keep calling those plays,
Hold on to that ball.
you got to take care of the ball.
I'm gonna keep pounding it. That's all I'm gonna do.
Solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Double tight. Double tight. Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Kill. Hey, check 24.
They'll run with Edmonds again, and this time
They
he's
got
not going
such
anywhere. They'll get him
good
down right at the
line.
line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
I'm gonna give Christian some more room.
Right here. Mike's 40.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. He'll buy some time right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Oh, good D.
Touchdown, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Here we go.
4 down. Check. 4 down. 40's Mike.
Murray going to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, coming to you. Check. 40's Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike. 40's the Mike.
Now Murray again. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins.
You know,
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
you're gonna single
Good
cover.
pickup there, 26 yards. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Play fake. Murray rolling to his right. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll take this one in for a touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the
Wow.
year, 8 on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because
I think
you're taking that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you
for the remainder of the game,
your playbook the way you.
I'm gonna take him out. I really am. I don't want to get hurt because he's on fire. All right, so there we go.
And you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Kicked it off left twice. There we go. The return's the other way.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The football back over to Baltimore. J.K. Dobbins.
All right, so I have a feeling they're going to try and strike real quick. So
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
2nd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. He's able to find Wallace.
Jesus.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook.
I'm glad I changed my mind.
How precise he's been throwing the football
Last moment.
Oh, that's a perfect
I was gonna run a
precise, because if you're at 70% or
zero
better
blitz.
2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, I can certainly tell my age,
Come on,
partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football out of the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Dobbins. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain
All
on
right.
time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Welcome to Arizona, brother.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they
I just signed him off of practice squad.
But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Didn't even touch him, man.
Now it's Jackson.
Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there, that means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end of the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second and 12. From the gun, Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll be hit and taken down at the 20-line.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing
That was awesome. That was awesome.
And digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
Not bad.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're
just need to be smart with the ball.
Continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that
first down, second down, first down.
No adjustments
We need to be
and no
doing.
big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Our first down. First down.
But not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 51 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Such a heavy box.
On the ground, it's Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Hey, watch the slant.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly
I was trying to remember if it was a read or not.
At their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check three, check three.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
Oh, it's so fast.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
Wow.
Three corners have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's Cardinal football. They're also out in front of the scoreboard as we get set for the 4th.
This is usually my goal line play, but they play a lot of man. I hope that his man gets caught in the wash.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw.
And they didn't.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Afraid to slide.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert
Let me
on
to make me nervous, man.
So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
Malik Harrison on the tackle. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it'll bring up 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over
That
new
upsets
territory
me.
up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual
I know.
for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. They'll wind
Why
up
didn't I
losing
throw
a
it
full
away?
10 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
I think I might this.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of
Wow.
running behind it. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there's still something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
McCann's got it teed up. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. Jackson. Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
But I don't want to put you in that
means so
position.
much for them.
Let's,
They've got to
let's
focus
play.
on this drive and
Ain't no
find a way
reason
to
to
make
shoot.
this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Gotta get a
What's
score.
going on?
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And a
That'd be
nice little
shit.
quick spin move before he's dropped.
Why do I don't stop? I'm attacking the outside leverage. I'm trying to bring him back inside to where all my big dudes are at to get fucked up.
And a pretty good game.
This bullshit game.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. They'll go again with Dobbins. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for
Good
the
call
first.
by them.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Jackson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wallace. And he is tackled inside
boys.
the 40, not quite to the 35. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And Jackson going to
They're
have
gonna
the
lose
first
contain
down
on
as he
him.
will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Another run here with Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
All right.
Tucker's kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
All right, so they're kicking. So that's something that's going to be good for us.
3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
Need a first down.
The football going back over to Arizona now.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure to love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And Murray will run it here.
And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
They'll run on first down. Beverly, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
Oh, yeah!
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Murray's throw into the hands of Kirk.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time not quite to the 30. They'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they take a knee. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they will take a knee here. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now.
as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay game, offense.
I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. 2nd and 10. Jackson to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Arizona, the win gets them back to 506-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next.
Watch out, Chicago. Watch out. I think that means Kyler Murray is a... Okay. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I am, however. Let's see. Yep, he's on. That was an ungodly game from DeAndre Hopkins. That's for certain. It's really, you know, it's crazy. I was thinking about two things at once and I forgot about them both. Have you ever done that? We missed that goal. All right, so we're back on track. We're finally getting there. Staff is going well. We can take a look at our scouting screen. So let me pull it up for me. Give me 1 second. So let's see. We got our eye on you know, a couple different you know options going into the first round. Most notably, Joe Whitmore was not someone that I was very high on, but he is someone that I do see uh, I do see someone that's earning more of a chance. They have been rising on the board. We are needing someone to give us that little bit more of an edge and make us a little bit more formidable in the run game. So that's what we're looking at. Also, Marion Parrish. He's left outside linebacker. You see the notes. Oh, you guys can't see my notes. It says fast, quick, nice, strong, quick, and fast. He's all that. Let me get over to his actual page. All right, so and what happened here? What is this shit? My bad. Oh, I see what it was doing. It was pulling all my screens in here. Give me 1 second. Let me get rid of all this shit. I'll fix that off stream. We'll go to the old school shit. Pretty crazy. He's pretty great to elite everything. So far the injury is the only concern that I have. That's why, if I take someone in the first round, he has to perform. And that's usually for any franchise, but we're coming up in a whole bunch of turnover, in a large turnover year. Let's see, right now, my roster isn't up. All right, so there's it's working now. There are my guys up there. Also have Marquez choice, Marquez, or I'm never good been able to say that. But let's see. We came into the season looking at getting a new, like replacing our receiving core. Not Kirk, not Moore. But then I found Harper and Ogden in the free agency. And I've just been very happy. Changed my whole course away. So since my roster screen isn't working, let's take a look at our current salaries right now. Pretty crazy. You know. And just turn on some music. Really stupid contract that we got into with Chase Edmonds. I knew it was dumb at the time. That came from the heart. Because my long-term options are going to be Beverly and Hatchett, with Pearson potentially being a power back, but he'll have to come back without a contract and earn a spot next year. So this was initially why I was going after receivers, because I'm gonna have to make a decision between Hopkins and Kirk. So I'm gonna have to choose between Hopkins and Kirk. And then definitely gonna sign more. But I don't know. So we're looking there. Gonna re-sign him. Definitely re-signing Gilmore. We're gonna be pretty decent. We need a guard and a tackle. Left end. Right end. And a couple more run stoppers. So we should be good with that. It looks like he's not done yet. I just sent a message, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop off here just for a little bit, and then I will hop back on and stream later tonight if we get back in and play. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know when I'll be getting back on again, but I will be streaming more content and variety, like Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I think it's called. Yes, Breakpoint. I'll be retaking the island over. So on hard mode with one rifle and a pistol and AI teammates. So I'll put it out on my channel to see, and I'll send out a couple tweets when I start to stream something different. So thanks for stopping by.